So it's the Friday night before a weekend of riding. We got some last minute jersey prints going on. I got this jersey for Christmas and never did anything with it, so I'm putting my name on here. So tomorrow morning we have practice, so I need to wake up, wash the bike, flip my tire, and possibly change my gearing. I've never been to this track, so I don't really know the size to know what gearing I'm going to run. This is a flat track race, but they haven't held a race there in like years. Last time I was there, I was a kid, and I think they shut down for some reason. So they opened up for a race. There's a practice on Saturday and a race on Sunday. So we're going to get this jersey printed up. This is the design that I got made. I just made it on my computer. I've got the vinyl cutter set up. So I'm going to heat press these onto my jerseys. So now in the morning, all we got to do is wake up, wash the bike, change the tire, and maybe change the gearing. But this jersey print came out good. It's just heat transfer vinyl, but it holds up really well. And that one came out good too. But we're going to go and take this inside and get the bike washed. So I decided not to wash the bike. It's really not all that dirty, and today's a practice, so I'll probably come home from practice and then wash the bike for tomorrow's race. But I'm still gonna flip this tire. If you see, the left side tread is all worn out and lift up. So we're gonna flip this brand new right side over to the left side, and we're gonna stick with this gearing, so I'm not gonna switch that over. I do have extra sprockets that I'll be bringing with me just in case, but I'm gonna get this tire swapped and we'll get going. So it's a few days after we had that flat track practice day. We ended up not going to the race the next day. I was going to bring my family and a mix of the weather and how many people were there, and I was only going to do one class. You know, it just wasn't lining up, so we ended up not going to the race. I wanted to do like a garage update because it's been a while and I have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm just going to kind of go over all the vehicles and show you guys everything I got going on. This right here is my cousin's 2006 Yamaha 250. It needs a top end, and I said I'd do it for him, so we're going to get the parts ordered for this, do a top end on this, and get this out of here because I need the room. And you can see the top end's tore down. He tore it apart and gave it to me, so I have a basket of parts. But we're gonna do the top end on this, get this thing going. So this is my flat track bike. You guys should know this bike by now. I did a series on it. I'll link it up top. But I took the number plate graphics off, and before summer I hope to go through the bike. I need to redo this pipe. It needs packing, and I just want to redo it and glue it because it's kind of just worn out now. So I'm going to redo the pipe. I've been thinking about doing new engine case bolts. The bolts in there were new spec bolt engine case bolts when I put the bike back together in the series, but I left the bike in the trailer for a few weeks and they got kind of corroded, so I'm thinking about replacing those with better quality. And then on this side, I want to either coat this or like polish it up or something, but this is magnesium and so it just doesn't hold a good finish. So I want to redo this and just kind of clean up the bike. But other than that, it's still been good. It cleans up really well. It's dirty. I kind of want to do new plastics and new graphics, but with everything going on, I just haven't been able to do that yet. So that's the flat track bike. This is my friend's KDX. This thing really, honestly, needs nothing. It's just a beater bike. We beat on it all the time and it holds it. So I'm not going to touch this thing. I might wash it if it's lucky, but it's got a broken exhaust. And that bike's fun. It's a 2-stroke, but I don't really ride it unless I have to. So this is my 17 YZ250F. We got a new tire chilling for it, but recently I did a top end teardown on this bike. You can watch it up here. I went riding and the air filter didn't seal and it sucked in some dirt. And I was hoping it would just be top end, but the crank actually has a little bit of play in it. I have it covered, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But there's metal all across the motor, so we're gonna do a bottom end rebuild on this. And I got all the parts for the bike up here in these totes. I'm gonna wash all these before I put them on and kind of go through it, just kind of refurbish the bike. So in this box over here, we have a full bottom end rebuild kit. I reached out to the people over at All Balls Racing, and they're the ones who make the Wrench Rabbit rebuild kits. But I reached out to them. They were able to help me out with a rebuild kit for my Yamaha. So this comes with everything except a cylinder because my stock cylinder is still good. So it's got literally everything from piston to bearings to crank. In that big box right there, we have the crank and gaskets and everything. We got another box down there with all the gaskets. I'll go through that in a different video. So I'm going to be doing a full engine rebuild on my Yamaha. We'll have a video series on this. I'm going to do the full bottom end and clean up the frame and just get the bike back going good again. So we have this 2006 Suzuki GS500F. It's a street bike, obviously, but my in-law gave me two of these. He gave me a black one and a blue one. He wanted them out of the garage, and he knows I work on motorcycles, so he gave them to me. They've been sitting for over 10 years. This one literally has 140 miles on there. You can't tell, but these bikes wash up so well because they're literally like right off the showroom floor. Once I wash them up, they look brand new again. So I have some carb rebuild kits for this and new fuel lines because the carbs need rebuilt and all the fuel lines got corroded and the tank needs cleaned. Once I clean the tank, rebuild the carbs, put the new fuel lines on there, we're gonna wash it, detail it up. Probably gonna sell that because my wife has a business. We're probably gonna put the money back into her business. So gonna get this going here soon, get this out of here because I need the room. And so I know everyone's gonna be asking about my STI. If you see right there, I'm actually pretty bummed because the other day I dropped my drive shaft right on this body line and put a big dent in there. So that sucks, but what can you do? I'll get that fixed once the car is running. I still want to get this going. I need a few more grand to get like all the parts rounded up. I have the engine chilling in a closet in my house. Keeps the dust out of it. I have the heads in there, a new clutch, a radiator, cams, literally everything to get the engine going. It's just a lot of small things like the OEM oil cooler, OEM like bolts, just small stuff like that I need to round up to get the engine finished, and that kind of adds up to about $2,000. So hopefully this will be going soon. I don't have an exact day on this, but I'll be doing a more in-depth video of this in the future so you guys can get up to date on my STI because I know everyone wants to talk about it, but it is dirty, but I do keep it in the garage so at least it'll wash up and the interior still looks nice. So that's about it for the STI. I'll do a more in-depth video on this in the future. So we're gonna go outside into the trailer real quick. So in the trailer, we have my best friend's street bike. A few years ago, he crashed this and cracked the engine case, and so it's been parked for a few years. I recently picked it up and I'm gonna be helping him fix this. Since he cracked the engine case, he bought a spare engine off of eBay. So we're gonna be swapping that engine into this bike. And then in the future, I want to kind of turn my trailer into like a camper slash toy hauler trailer. I want to have a decent place to hang out when I'm at the races and still be able to haul bikes, because right now it's just empty and I just use it to haul bikes. So I want to kind of turn this into a little camper so that way I have a place to hang out. But we're gonna go back in the garage and close out this video. So the only vehicle I didn't touch base on was my truck. I'm gonna have a video on that either before or after this one goes up. I don't know yet. But the truck's doing well. I just did a bunch of work to it and it's due for a tire rotation and an oil change, so I'm gonna be doing that here soon. But I hope you guys like these garage update videos. I always have a ton of stuff going on and I feel like I don't keep you guys in the loop enough, so I'm gonna try to be doing more garage updates in the future. I'm sorry this video was short and there wasn't a lot of riding. When I went to that practice day, I was having GoPro issues and my cousin only filmed a little bit of riding. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're new, feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with all these bikes and cars. I'm gonna be doing rebuilds on these and whatnot and getting them out the door. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys liked the video, go and give it a like. If you're new, feel free to subscribe to stay up to date on these bikes and cars while I get them out the door. I hope you guys like these garage updates updates I want to do more in the future and keep you guys in the loop with everything. This is going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next one.